Hello friends, welcome back to Tutorials in English Literature. Today I have planned to do something different. Today I shall talk about a book I recently read. The book is Perumal Murugan's One Part Omen. One Part Omen is a fascinating journey in the old Tamil rural society charged with deeply rooted culture, traditional beliefs, folklores, and superstitions. First, I want to give you some necessary information about the author and the background of the book. Published in 2013, this book is the English translation of Perumal Murugan's sixth novel, Madhura Bagan. That book was published in 2010. He is a Tamil scholar and has edited many classical Tamil books. He is an authority of Konganadu region and has completed a dictionary of that regional language. He has been making untold social history of that region by collecting various cult, ritual, folklore and folktale about numerous gods and goddesses who are worshipped in Tiruchenagode. In the author's note to this book, Perumal Murugan mentioned that in his search for historical information about Tiruchenagode, he discovered why some men in that region were called God-given child and God's child. He found that these people were born by physical relationship outside of marriage on the 14th day of chariot carnival in the Ardhanarishwaran temple in Tiruchenagode, where the presiding deity is one part Shiva and one part Parvati. On that day, childless women were allowed to sex with any man they desire, and these children were regarded as the incarnation of God Himself. The children born out of this relationship were socially sanctioned as God given. The novel One Part Omen is based on this ritual of Ardhanarishwaran. The Tamil title of the book, Madhura Bagan, is another name of this deity. And the English title, One Part Omen, is a clear allusion to this deity. Now you must want to know the story. The novel tells the story of a young couple, Kali and Ponna. Kali is the protagonist and Ponna is his wife. The story tells about their deep mutual love and the ultimate destruction of their relationship due to the heavy pressure of the society on them to have a child. The story is set in a village in Tiruchenagode, region of Tamil Nadu, during the British Raj. Kali and Ponna are married for 12 years and still enjoy a passionate physical relationship. Ponna is the sister of Kali's bosom friend Muthu. In spite of their satisfactory sexual relationship throughout their 12-year long married life, Ponna's effort to conceive a child ends in smoke. But still they are extremely happy with each other. Kali has found the whole world in her wife Ponna and feels no desire for the world outside. His home, land and the barnyard with his cattle have become his new world with Ponna at its center. But they have to tolerate endless cruel jokes others throw at them. People are not ready to wait for more than 6 months after wedding if the bride does not conceive. Kali has to refuse many direct and indirect references to second marriage. They have drunk numerous herbal medicine, performed countless acts of penance, praying various goddesses and gods, including the tribal goddess Pavata, without any use. They have endured all the kinds of talk. People even concluded that Ponna and Kali would not be able to have children, and so they do not need any property. Amidst all these hostilities, they find their peace in each other. They also get moral support and consolation from their uncle Nallappayan, who is a bachelor and thus has no heir to his property. The story comes to a turning point when mother of Kali and mother of Ponna planned to saint Ponna on the 14th day of the chariot festival in the temple of Ardhanarishwara, the half female god. On that day, all rules were relaxed and any consenting man and woman could have sex. It is a socially and divinely sanctioned method to conceive a child for a woman whose husband is supposed to be important. Kali's mother tried to make him agree to send Ponna to Tiruchinagode on the 14th day of the chariot festival. She says, all men who set on their foot in Tiruchinagode on the 14th day are gods. It is God who is giving this. Her words left Kali dumbfounded. He cannot believe his own ears. In any circumstances, he is not ready to let her go there. He trusts her and wants that she will not be agreed to. Ponna also repulses at this suggestion and hopes that he will never allow her to go there. But their mutual trust collapses due to Muthu's secret plan to send her sister at the chariot festival on the 14th day. Muthu, in spite of being very close to Kali, cannot fathom the depth of his love for Ponna and misunderstands Kali's domestic bliss. He thinks that Kali has confined himself in his home and barnyard because he is ashamed of his impotency. Ponna is also misguided by Muthu and unwillingly go to the chariot festival with her parents. But what happens next? Does Ponna succumb to the demands of society? I should not spoil the charm of the ending. Please read this movingly told book yourself. At this point, I should share with you my personal views, my own experience about this book. Truly saying, I have enjoyed reading this book for several reasons. The first reason is that the art of characterization. The protagonist Kali has been depicted very close to nature, very close to earth. He is at home in his barnyard and even sleeps there at night. Even he was never satisfied making love in the confines of a world space. He is very passionate. He never could resist the desire to possess what attracted him. Ponna is also embodiment of life and energy. She has righteous anger and can retort to any undue insult. She is hungry for the love of her husband. Uncle Nallappayan is another important character who can dismiss all the sorrows of life with his typical humor and optimistic attitude. His story repeats the insults Kali and Ponna have to suffer, but his totally different outlook nullifies every encroachment of society in his personal life. Muthu, though a close friend of Kali, is no match for his sensibility and emotion. He is man of practical life and has no understanding for the deep passionate love of Kali. The subject with which author has dealt in this book is really daunting. The clash between individual wish and the tyrannical demands of society is the main theme of the novel. Murugan explores how the society trespasses on the personal relationship of Kali and Punna in their personal life, their personal world, and ultimately ruins their marriage. This theme is also developed through the story of Uncle Nallappan. But he remains free from the clutches of society because he is a rebel in his own way. Murugan has also emphasized on the religious superstitions, and that has been condemned throughout the novel. All the prayer of Kali and Punna remain unanswered by all the gods, and ultimately Punna and Kali becomes the victim of a barbaric religious ritual. The next praiseworthy point of this book is Murugan's art of narration. The story begins in the present, and the incidents that happen in the past come in the form of gossips, which contributes in the portrayal of the characters. Throughout the narrative, the author has maintained the suspense and the thrill, and that is why the book is so captivating. Murugan's style of storytelling is really engaging. He is a natural storyteller. That kind of talent we find in R.K. Narayan. Now, nowhere in the novel his narrative slows down. The way he uses the folklore, local beliefs, rituals, maxims of Tiruchanagode regions in the narrative is also really commendable. You will really enjoy all these things while reading the book. The translation of Aniruddhan Vasudevan also deserves mention. His language scripts retaining local flavor without jarring and often lyrical. Next point is, whom do I recommend? Whom do I want to recommend to read this book? I believe anyone who loves to read slowly, enjoying images, symbols, beautiful lines, and not only for the ending of the story, what will happen at the end, will surely enjoy this journey. Surely enjoy going through all the lines of the book. Those who love to know about other culture will also find this book absorbing. If you still need a rating from me, I want to give this book 5 stars. So if you like this review, please hit the like button. If you have already read the book, you can share your experience with me in the comment section. I also request you to subscribe to my channel, where you will get such more reviews. You can also buy this book using the link given in the description box. That link is actually a link from Amazon.in website. You can also follow us in Instagram. The link is provided in the description box. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.